With the rollout of the Class 701 artillery on metro's coming towards the end, it brings up the question of what will happen to the Class 458 stroke 4s, which are Southwestern Railway's last metro fleet to be removed on metro workings. In this video, we'll be discussing the proposals for the Class 458 stroke 4s have been, the Class 701 rollout at the end, and what will happen to the Class 458 post finishing on Southwestern Railway metro's. The Class 458 refurbishment. The Class 458/4 refurbished our fleet of 28 refurbished Class 458/5 in the refurbishment also removed the extra coach from when the Class 458 were lengthened from 4 to 5 coaches by adding in an extra Jack Express Class 460 intermediate coach to strengthen capacity on suburban workings, which also saw the speed limit drop from 100 to 75 miles per hour. As part of the 458/4 conversion, the slot speed was reinstated back to 100 miles per hour and reduced to 4 coach units. This is to add greater capacity since the be able to take 12 car trains instead of the earlier limit of 10 car trains for the Class 458 Class 701 rollout. With Class 701s having replaced the Class 455s on suburban workings with the final workings happening on the 20th of March 2026 with 455-712 and 455-732 working the last same being 2 Mike 98, the midnight 28 of Chessington South to Wimbledon. The Class 458/5s out of the dozen units were withdrawn from service on the 13th of March due to a fault with one of the units which was economically too expensive to repair, as such units were being withdrawn from service with immediate effect. At the end, there was only 2 units which were 458/530 and 455/533, which were left in traffic with South Western Railway, out of the remaining 8 refurbished Class 458 into Class 458/4s, with the other 6 units having been transferred to Long Marston's for storage as they were withdrawn from South Western Railway, having been replaced by the Class 701s. Class 458 proposed option ratings. It was originally proposed the 458 was replaced to scrap Class 442 Wessex Electrics on the Portsmouth Direct line. This would see the Class 458 offer as spare car trains to maximise capacity on the Portsmouth Direct line for commuting and leisure passengers. South Western Railway also proposed setting the 458 with batteries and installing 22 new third rail islands on the west of England mainland between Basingstoke and Exeter St David's to replace the Class 158 Express Sprinters and Class 159 South Western Turtles, which are South Western Railway's only diesel fleet in passenger service. Class 458 feature. Unfortunately, all of the proposal reuses for on South Western Railway network won't come to fruition due to the 458 being too long to fit into London Waterloo as 12 car units, and an 8 car unit offers substantially less capacity compared to a 450 or 444 pair. The other proposed idea for fixing that system to affect the Waterloo England mainline has failed. You decided it would be better to give the 158s and 159s a full overhaul to extend their lifetime to extra 8 to 10 years until a new fleet can replace them, plus 9-seat enhancements from 50 and 85 miles per hour to 90 miles an hour. In addition, the Class 458/4s are not a route on the majority of the mainline network outside of Wales to Woking due to being out of case due to the new third rail huge gear. This prevents the routes taking operate to just the Windsor side of South Western Railway network. On top of that, they are now limited to 90 miles an hour due to overheating and other tracking equipment. As a result, only feature in passenger services with a low train alternative company like Southern. Until then, the storage in quarter-inch long Marston site. The Class 458 stroke was to require modifications to allow them to work with someone as a company unable to work driver-only operated services. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video that the fast rate's future, as it was recently announced that South Australia will withdraw in the fast race. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.